Now we're going to talk about our hack inseam pocket using interfacing for the top edge. This is the pocket pattern piece that we drafted yesterday. We are going to apply interfacing all along this edge here that's going to be folded over and 1.5 inches down on both sides because that is the length of the flap that we created yesterday. I decided that since I'm going to be making this pattern a few more times, I would create a pattern piece for the interfacing so that I didn't have to think about this every single time. So what I did is I just folded that over just like the pocket would be, and then I folded this back so that that edge is right along there. And then where this fold is, everything up from this fold, it's a little bit difficult to see on the video, I apologize about that, but everything up from this fold is where the interfacing is going to be. So I simply laid this out on another piece of tracing paper with it folded back like this and traced a new pattern piece for my interfacing that I can use on future projects. And this will help future projects to go a little bit faster as well. So if you want to do that and create a new pattern piece, that's great. If you don't, that's totally fine too. Do whatever works for you for your sewing practice. After you have your pattern pieces for your interfacing, you'll want to choose an interfacing that has at least a 2-way stretch. I don't know of any interfacing that has a 4-way stretch, so this is my 2-way stretch interfacing. You want to cut the interfacing mirror images just like you did with your pockets, okay? And then the interfacing has 2 sides. This side is really rough, the other side is really smooth. The rough side is the side that you want to attach to the back of your pocket because it is the side that has glue. So rough side is glue and it goes down onto your fabric. So remember yesterday I showed you that I like to mark the right side of my fabric when it's hard to tell which side is which. I like to mark the right side of my fabric with a clip so that the color side is up. So I'm going to turn this over to the back side. Lay it out nice and neat. And then I'm going to take my interfacing, glue side down, so rough side down, and place it onto the back of this pocket pattern piece, lining up that top edge and the corners on both sides. Lay it out nice and smooth. Then I'm going to take this to my iron and I'm going to press. Anytime I'm working with interfacing, I want to keep my iron nice and glue-free because it just gets sticky and messy and I don't like that. So I always put a pressing cloth on top of the interfacing and fabric whenever I'm using interfacing. I have a silk organdy press cloth. You can use a muslin or you can use a scrap piece of fabric. Whatever works for you is totally fine. After you get that pressed down, you're going to fold the fabric over, matching up those edges, which it'll look a little bit neater once that's pressed because that won't be able to move. And you'll want to press that down. It'll be nice and crisp and look like this one. Okay, so see how nice that looks on the back? And then whenever we flip it over, we're going to top stitch along this edge here, and that will be in the next video.